it sucks that we are having this conversation right now when there was just so much optimism coming into this season. So much, man, if we get hot, if we do this, if we do that, like, who's to say we can't compete at the top of the division? It just, and once again, with the division being so open, it just sucks because now the Reds are hot. I don't think the Cardinals are going to be as bad as they are right now. I still feel like there's a run in them. For some freaking reason, it feels like we can't get past the Brewers. And Pittsburgh's hot right now. And at the same time, we're just 5 games back, but still, it feels like we're 15 games back.
I like to take like the pulse of the fan base pretty often. And Filmmaker 12 here is hitting the notes of what a lot of people are saying. And it's not like the team is bad. It's the back half of this comment that gets me. It's getting harder for me to care anymore. And you know what? Like, that's what happens when you have a rebuild and people are tired of the rebuild.
Yeah.
And I hate to rush processes. I hate that. I hate to sit and say, guys, we got to pump the brakes. It's going to be okay. There's a lot of guys in the minors, but I get it because it's little moves that this front office kind of whiffed on, right? If they brought in a middling bullpen, they're in great shape right now.
Yeah.
If they had more outfield depth or gave Mervis and Morel a shot at the big league roster right off the gate, they're in better shape. A lot of this seems internal and fixable from Jed Carter's standpoint, but they're the ones who put this ball club together back in December. So to me, all of it's on them. And I know a lot goes to David Ross as a manager, but I mean, he can only throw out there what is in that pen. And there's maybe 2 arms in it you can trust in a high leverage situation.
Laying lighter every night.
No, that's 100% my point.
Yeah.
They thought that they were going to have guys like Keegan Thompson contributing.
I thought that. I think a lot of people thought that.
They thought that Brandon Hughes would be better. They thought they had something with Fulmer, and that would have been enough. And on paper, it all looks great on paper, right? But then you play baseball games, and you need to build in fail-safes to when things don't work out. And to me, and I want your opinion on this, the worst thing that they did over the offseason was not addressing the fact that they needed another lefty. You had one lefty in the bullpen.
Agreed.
One lefty. You couldn't go get somebody off the scrap heap to keep in AAA just in case Brandon Hughes was hurt like he was earlier.
Oh, yeah. And it's that's the thing about relief pitchers is last year, relief pitchers are so much different than any other player on the team because every single year for them is just different. All it takes is one outing. One outing can make or break a month, 2 months.
100%.
And yeah, just like you said, looking at it on paper, why wouldn't you have thought about that? And maybe they did, maybe they didn't, I don't know, but why wouldn't you address that? Why wouldn't you address what if Brandon Hughes, like you said, like he did, get on the IL early on in the season? Why not address that? If you're going to say and try to act or look like you're competing this year, why not address that too? They made all these other moves. You signed Trey Mancini and Eric Hosmer in the offseason. Why not
Tucker Barnhart.
And Barnhart, why not throw in a lefty reliever? Jesus. But yeah, add it on to the list of things it's just crumbling right now.
Yeah, I love the comment section. It's great as of right now. And Jeremiah, let's get Belly back and see how we are. Belly can't mean this much, and Belly can't throw out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about this on last night's show. Ron and I did. Like, Bellinger isn't going to get back in this lineup and everything's going to be okay. Like, there are structural things within this team that are a problem. And I think that's what needs to be addressed.
And I agree with Jeremiah. Let's get Belly back. Belly makes the lineup better, but I agree with you too, Juice. Belly back in this lineup is not – Belly in the lineup tonight wouldn't have saved this game.
No, and I hope that I'm wrong in that sense. Like, I hope that at the end of it, like, he comes back and the lineup starts to click. I would love that.
I hope so.
But Bellinger doesn't fix your 3-hole hitter and Ian Happ slugging way below the average slug for the position. It doesn't fix the bullpen. It doesn't fix
a Patrick Wisdom that's gotten 1 hit in his last 7 or 8 games and 5 hits in his last 16 games.
And I like I said, I hope I'm wrong, and I'll eat crow if that's the case. But I don't know, man.
I'll eat it with you.
I am so damn frustrated because this team is like, it's like that little dangling that carrot in front of you, right? Like, me and you can sit here and tell you what's wrong with this baseball team. But there's no in-house solution to fix it.
No.
There's just not. And I mean, maybe when Hoyer comes back, it puts people back into more comfortable roles. That's a hope. But then you're asking a guy who hasn't pitched in a year and a half to be the savior. It boggles my mind.
I agree. You're asking a lot from a guy, and I would love Hoyer back in the bullpen too. But just like you said, just to echo it, you're asking a lot for a guy that hasn't pitched in a year and a half.